She has a big heart, big wings, and a big commitment to restoring the magic to communities. Welcome to the Ferry Godmother Radio Show.
Welcome back to our show. I'm Msyor Kennedy, your Ferry Godmother, and I'm sitting here. We're continuing the conversation in the headquarters for Mayor Judy Kennedy, who will be running on the independence line in the general election, which will be on Tuesday, November 3rd. Welcome, Judy.
Glad to be here.
All right, so we talked about safety, we talked about cleanup. Let's talk a little bit about economic development, because I know that's on everybody's mind. So let's talk a little bit about what the plans are for economic development.
You know, this is so key because as I said, the three things we're doing: safety and clean it up and economic development. And as we're doing these other things, people have become more and more interested in Newburgh. So when I first got in, you couldn't sell a house here.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't give away a house.
You couldn't give away a house.
You couldn't give away a house.
We got the murder capital of New York, and everybody's idea is stay away from Newburgh, right?
Right.
So the progress it has made now, just to sum it up in a small statement, is that we have sold 102 houses this year since January.
Wow.
And 76 more under contract. And now that was data as of about 3 weeks ago, so who knows where it is now.
Right, where we are today. Mm-hmm.
So
that's great.
That's just an example of the perception change, right?
Right.
Since I came in office, we've probably brought in about 15 or 16 new businesses and more to come. This building I'm sitting in right now.
Look at the camera.
This building that I
once in a while, look at the camera.
This building that I am sitting in right now, a new grocery store is coming here.
Wonderful.
So it's
and it's going to be a specialty grocery store.
Yeah, he says he's focusing on fresh meats, fresh vegetables and fruits, and so I don't know exactly what it's going to look like till it's open.
All right. But we know it'll be fresh.
But we know it'll be fresh. We have a first eco shrimp farm here. So they just did a grand opening with that. And here we have in one of the old mattress factory, in the basement of that factory, I don't know how many tanks are in there, but probably about 16 of them, that they're growing organic shrimp for all of the various restaurants around here. And of course, they got a huge market down in New York City, right? So that's a pretty exciting development. And several old factories have been repurposed. The brewery, the one where Atlas Industries is now, it's a furniture making, and then there's a lot of artists that have moved here. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
We're going to definitely talk about artists.
As we move forward, we're bringing in more and more businesses. We've got the River of Opportunities campaign going on. This really recruiting people to the city of Newburgh factories, because we have these buildings, right? The square footage is cheaper than Brooklyn. So
absolutely.
That's the whole idea is that come on up. We have room for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good thing. And Newburgh for newcomers, that's recruiting new homeowners here. So it's pretty exciting to just work on all of these things. But the really big opportunity,
the big opportunity
is to put the heart back in the city of Newburgh, where they tore down over 2,000 buildings in the 60s, right?
So that was urban renewal.
Urban renewal that was urban destruction.
Right.
And so they really tore the heart out of the city of Newburgh. And we have a big green field down along the river, on River Road.
Right.
We need to move a sewer. It's about $16 to $18 million project, but we're working to get that funding through the state. And we have people to put in mixed use. We need to bring in commercial along River Road again.
Yes.
And housing, and that needs to be a diverse set of housing, right? You want to have affordable housing mixed with market rate housing so that you have a diverse community, right? So that's a huge opportunity that I've been really pushing for almost a year now. So in terms of economic development, excuse me, got a frog in my throat here. But one of the messages that I have learned is we have jobs here. We've got to find qualified people to get them. We have a mismatch between training and jobs. Right now, 20 jobs at LSI. For all of you listening, 20 jobs they're looking for.
So now what,
and they need,
for those who don't know what LSI and where it's located.
It's right here next door in New Windsor, so
Okay.
so right here, close. And they're expanding their operations. And these particular 20 jobs requires good math skills, right? And you've got to be able to get there. But they're there, so I'm out recruiting right now for that. And there are jobs, and we keep finding jobs for people all the time.
But we got to get the skill level up.
We got to get the skill level up, and that's another initiative we're working on. This core initiative I mentioned before is how to train to the job. Forget just general training. We need to find the jobs and then train you for that.
Right.
This particular job takes math skills, they tell me. So you got to be able to do some calibrations on equipment and understand math to do that.
Well, we're definitely going to make sure that we find more information about that. As a matter of fact, maybe you can answer that question. How is there someplace on the city's website that's actually listing these jobs? How can someone actually find out more information about all the jobs that are in the area?
So Orange Works with the county is one focal point, but we're working with a person, and I can't announce that person just yet because it's not formal.
Okay.
But they were working with Workforce Development Institute, and they're sort of the liaison. So I have people call her, and then she points them in the right direction.
All right. So
Do this,
for
do
right
that.
now, people should actually contact your office.
Right, they can
Right.
contact my office and I'll put them in touch. Or they can go to Orange County, Orange Works over here in the employment office.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see you next time right here on the Ferry Godmother Radio Show, where we are restoring the magic to life and play.